It's the ultimate guide to anything Pinoy. This is the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide with Bernie Benito, Lonnie Andal, and Gilbert Glorioso.
Good evening and welcome to the Las Vegas Resource Guide, Filipino Resource Guides radio show on PHLV Radio. Nabubulula po. I'm your horse. Of course, I'm your host, Gilbert Glorioso. And I want to go ahead and introduce you to my business partners, Bernie Benito and Lonnie Andal. Good evening.
Hey,
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, Gilbert.
It's been a long day and it's hot.
It's been a hot day. Hot,
Yeah.
hot.
Very, very hot day. And of course, it's Thursday. So, it's almost the end of the week. So what do you guys got planned on? Some good stuff going on this weekend?
Staying
Staying
inside.
inside? Yeah.
Yes.
I think I need to pay a visit to California. What do you think?
You're going to go to the beach again.
Go to the beach. That's the time. I mean, it's the time for
Nice.
to get away
Nice.
to get away from Las Vegas, the 115, 120, 130 heat. All right, tonight we have some special guests here on Las Vegas
Yes,
Filipino
do.
Resource Guide show. Yeah, I'll go ahead and have Tito Bernie go ahead and introduce our guest.
Okay.
Well, first of all, good evening to our valued listeners and televiewers. Tonight is another episode of important subject matter and information, and it will be about our senior citizens. Brought to you by the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide, broadcast through PHLV Radio, the only Filipino radio based in Las Vegas, and can be heard, of course, all over the world. Tonight's program is a project. It's a community project by Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide. This project is called Senior Information Guidance Advocacy. In other words, in short, it's SIGA, a non-profit and non-commissionable type advocacy. This is to help our seniors, to educate them on how best they can avail of Medicare benefits. And here tonight is our distinguished guests who are most knowledgeable, of course, of this subject matter that we are going to discuss about. And of course, let me introduce to you Janet Thomas and Darren Widower. Welcome, both of you.
Welcome. Thank you.
Okay, let's just start with the Medicare. Number one, the question that I have actually, and then you can explain yourself more about it. Excuse me, Janet and Darren. Okay, so number one that is so important on this Medicare benefits. When can you enroll and the seniors, especially the 65 years old, in order to get this Medicare benefits?
All right. So the first thing that our Medicare clients need to have, they need to have what's called Part A and Part B of Medicare. So we get those through applying Social Security. Typically, we get Part A automatically at age 65 if we have already taken our Social Security retirement benefits. And Part B, though, they give us a choice. You don't have to take Part B at age 65 if you have employer coverage. However, most people probably do take Part B at age 65. When you're applying for those two parts, you need to do it, or you can do it as early as 3 months prior to your 65th birth month. So as an example, if you were on the 30th of a month, your first effective date could be the first of that month. So if it's June 30th, your effective date would be as early as June 1st. All right. So when we can apply for our Medicare plans anytime, well, 3 months prior. So if you have your Part B and your Part A, we can apply you for that Medicare Advantage plan, or your Medigap or Medicare supplement is maybe you hear, or maybe a prescription drug plan. I hope that answers that question for you.
Yes, of course. And another one is how soon can they enroll? Especially if they're becoming 65, or
right, yeah.
can 64 enrolled before they become 65?
Yeah, so you can apply, or we can enroll you 3 months or as early as 3 months prior to your birth month. Okay, but your effective date or the insurance won't start till the day that your Part B is effective, which is typically the first of the month of your birth month. Okay. However, you asked if you could have Medicare prior to age 65, and the answer is yes, but you must be disabled through the state, and typically it takes 24 months of disability for you to become eligible to get pushed to Medicare from the state. So we have many clients who are in their 20s, 30s, 40s that are on Medicare, but it's because of disability, and that will push them to Medicare.
All right.
Hey, and I think Janet Johnson is on the line also.
Oh, she is.
Yes, sir, I am here.
Well, welcome,
Thank you for
Janet.
inviting.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Yes. Well, sorry for the interruption. Anyway, Darren, yes, those kind of things, that is most important to the seniors, When are they going to enroll? First of all, do they need to get that Medicare A and B before they can even enroll to this D and C, or the Medicare, insurance?
All right. So Medicare didn't make it easy. We have parts and we have what we call plans. Okay. Parts is what we get from the government, or I should say all of them we get from the government, but you'll hear Part A, Part B, Part C, Part D. All right. So Part A is typically, we call it, people will know it as their hospital coverage. What Part B is known as your medical coverage, kind of your doctor coverage. Part C, it's not used as much anymore because now we know it as Medicare Advantage, but you'll still hear people call it Medicare Part C or MAPD or MA, but that's called Medicare Advantage. Part D, or you'll hear people say PDP, but that's a prescription drug plan. And you would think that Part A and Part B come from the government, but Part C and Part D come from an insurance carrier. So that's the difference. So Part A and Part B, typically got to go to Social Security and get signed up with them there. And then if, like in today's world with COVID, we have to do it online. And if you're not savvy with that, and some people aren't, or they're scared to do it, that's one of the services that, the Jeanettes and I do for our clients, or for anybody. If they need help applying for their Part B, or they don't know if they have it, then they call us, and we will be more than happy to sit down with them and take care of that.
Yeah. Okay. The SIGA is the mission for the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide. Right. And we've been facilitating this kind of mission through Seafood City, which is a partner of SIGA. Right. And this is the thing. There are so many enrollment, they call it. Okay. What is this, October 17, 15 to December 7? What is that?
Good question. And I'm going to ask if they can pull up slide 17 for us. But this will kind of describe the enrollments. And we talk about this mission that SIGA has. We're very appreciative of SIGA. My wife is a Filipina from Cebu. And so we try to be as involved as we can. And we appreciate the work that you do for the community, first off. But here, these are the enrollment periods. We have the initial enrollment period. Let me skip that back. You asked about annual enrollment coming up here in October. Annual enrollment starts October 15 and runs till December 7th. Okay. So the government has some rules, right now we're in what we call our certification phase, and we're out there learning about all the new plans and all the new changes so we can educate the best we can come October 1st. October 1st is the first day we can start talking about the new plans to our clients. So if you're out there and you're wondering if your agent's going to call you, well, we technically can't tell you about the new plans till October 1st. That's a rule from the government. So, and some of the carriers don't let us know everything till then, but we're preparing for that. But October 7th, that is when we can first sell plans, or the sale begins. And we can begin then, and anytime between then, December 7th, we hope you don't wait till December 7th, because we already have enough people that wait till the end. But this is the time that anybody or all Medicare and eligible people with Part A and Part B can make a change, okay? So if you want to change to a Medicare Advantage plan, or to just a prescription drug plan and original Medicare, or you want a Medigap, or some people know it as Medicare Supplement, this is the time we do it. Anything we do during this approximately 54 days will be effective January 1st, okay? So it's not many days, so it really, if you don't do it now, it really limits your ability to make any changes to your plans or your health care come the rest of the year, which we call lock-in.
Okay. So just like myself, how many times can I decide to change my Medicare insurance?
Okay. So typically, this is the only time they want you to, all right, or they allow you to. We have these things called special enrollment periods, open enrollment periods. Open enrollment period is kind of I think a bad word, or a bad name for this period. Is not always available, but it's a time from January 1st till March 31st. I call it buyer's remorse. If you got something that you probably didn't, you think you made a bad choice, or you go back to something different, but you can make it during this time. But you only get a couple choices. Medicare Advantage, it only works with Medicare Advantage plans. You go Medicare Advantage plan to Medicare Advantage plan. I can't take you from a Medicare Advantage plan to a supplement, or a supplement to a Medicare Advantage plan. The other thing, so it's like items, and you can't go prescription drug plan to a prescription drug plan. It's only for the MA piece, the Medicare Advantage piece of Medicare. If the other thing we can do, though, you can exit the Medicare Advantage plan and go back to original Medicare. All right, that's another option. So this is the time that you can do that. Once we hit April 1st, now we're kind of locked in. It's a lot more difficult to make changes. This is where we look into our special enrollment periods. And if the slide is up, you'll be able to see these. So special enrollment periods gives us the ability to make changes throughout the year to certain people. All right. Typically, it could be a chronic issue. So it's called chronic special need plans. So at any time, someone has a chronic issue, and chronic issues are end-stage renal disease, diabetes, lungs, heart. These items, we can make changes at any time. So if you're in what I call a vanilla plan, which is, don't think it's basic and doesn't cover nothing, but it's the advanced plan that most people would choose, and you have a chronic condition, we're able to change you from that regular plan to these chronic plans to manage your health better, or more efficiently, or less expensive. And it's kind of it's a good thing. And then that plan will be effective the first of the next month. We also have what we call dual special need plans. Dual means is that your Medicare, Medicaid, all right? So those people have the ability to change every quarterly. So January, February, March, or April, May, June, and then July, August, and September. And then it starts the AEP, which we just talked about, the annual enrollment period. Those are the typical ones. The other ones are you moved. Some people move here from anywhere. Then they can get a new plan because they lost their plan. Or let's see, Jeanette's. You think of any more? See, loss of coverage. Loss of coverage. A lot of people are dealing with this today. This is probably a majority of our enrollments today is because of COVID. People lost their job or they've been asked to retire. All right, so then you lose that employer coverage. Once we lose that employer coverage, we have a special election period where we can enter you into a Medicare Advantage plan or a Medicare supplement or a prescription drug plan. You really get a choice of what you want at that point. But we got to do that within 63 days.
Okay. So another thing that really that I'm not familiar with. A lot of people are asking me because myself is a senior citizen. If my birthday is August 31st, okay, is that the only time that I could? How soon can I apply for the Medicare?
All right. So like we had stated a little bit before, is since your birthday is in the month of August, we could actually write your plan 3 months prior. So we got July, June, and May. If you have your Part B, your Part A and Part B from the government, from Medicare, we could write a plan on you May 1st. And then it would be effective August 1st. Okay, not August 31st, not August 30th, August 1st. With Medicare, everything happens on the 1st.
Your birth month.
Your birth, yeah. So your birth month.
Your birth month, yeah.
Right.
So I noticed that in our the last time that we were in Seafood City, there are so many kinds of insurance that I came across with.
Right.
And of course, we're not gonna mention which one is. You guys will do it later on. When you get in touch with all the seniors and all that. So my question here is that do they have any obligation whatsoever to really come forward and do their Medicare enrollment if they are gonna be 65 years old and yet they're still 64, going to 65?
Yeah. So they don't have any obligation to do it. But it's really something I wouldn't miss out on. Sometimes we hear some bad things about Medicare, but Medicare is pretty awful, as I believe. We at least get your Part A and your Part B. Sometimes there's a reason you don't get your Part B. You could be a veteran and be getting all your health care through the VA. Okay, they don't need Part B. But that's a very touchy subject because if they're at the VA, they have what we call disability ratings, and certain disability ratings get certain care. So that's something, if anybody's interested, we'll have our number up at the end of this thing. And I'm a veteran service officer also, so if there's any veterans out there, and I'm a retired military, so I can help people with that too. So just give me a call. But that's one example. Your obligation. The thing is, if you don't get, let's take you, Bernie. If your birthday is August 31st, and you think, you know what, I'm not really ready yet for Medicare. Maybe I'll get it in the beginning of the year, and that really could cost you, because Medicare Part B, it's not mandatory, but if you don't get it within the 7-month window, you could be charged 10% a year penalty for life. That doesn't go away. All right. So when is that initial enrollment period? Is 3 months prior to your birth month, and 3 months after your birth month. So 3 months prior, your birth month, and 3 months after. That's 7 months. All right. Then if you go into that 4th month after your birthday, then you don't have access to Part B. Okay. They could charge you for every year that you don't have Part B, 10% extra on top of the Part B cost every year or every month for life. So let's say you Well, there's one exception to that. If you have employer health care coverage, you don't have to get that Part B, but we're just going to say you don't. Okay, we're just looking at people who don't have any health care coverage and coming onto Medicare. If you didn't get your Part B in the time that you're supposed to, you need to wait till January 1st for the open enrollment for Part B. All right. Okay. Then that enrollment period is from March 1st to, or not March 1st, January 1st to March 31st. And then just because you apply doesn't mean it starts the next month or that day. You have to wait till July 1st of that year for that Part B. So you're really penalized. So can I get you into a Medicare Advantage plan or Medicare supplement or Medigap plan or a prescription drug? No, I can't do that unless you have that Part B. So if you wait too long, what do? You get a penalty and you don't get any insurance. So it's very, 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 very important. No obligation, but very important that we don't miss these key dates.
Yeah, I thought, I thought that the moment that you lose your private health insurance, that you need to enroll right away. Otherwise, you're going to get the penalty. And I didn't even know that there's a 7-month gap. Can you explain that further?
Right. So let's say you lost coverage August 31st. Okay. That was the last day of your employer coverage. Okay.
Yes.
And all you had was Part A. Now you need to get Part B. Okay. You have an 8-month special election period with Medicare or the government to get your Part B coverage. Okay. So 8 months, that's a long time, but also that's 8 months without insurance. I don't know why anybody would do that, but people do. Then there's one other little issue with that. With Medicare Advantage or Medicare plans, we only have 53 days of special election period after you lose your coverage. So if you waited 3 months to get your Part B, we can't help you till annual enrollment. Or if you have a special election period, we can somehow come up with for you. So it's best, talk to us before when you decide to retire, or if you're when you're losing coverage, and a lot of people are losing coverage at the end of this month, it is only an obligation that you should be talking to somebody like Jeanette or myself, or contacting you, Bernie. You have our contacts in how to. So, and we'd be more than happy to meet you in your home, through over the phone, however we can feel safe. We got all the proper protection, the masks, the shields, the gloves. We can make it happen as safe as we can, but it's very important. Don't wait to the last minute, because if you're going to enroll for Part B at the end of the month and hope for it to start at the first of the month, it's not going to happen typically.
Okay. So,
all right. Sorry, that was a long one.
Yeah.
Really, there's really a lot of interesting questions with regards to, especially the seniors who are not knowledgeable, about their benefits and all that. That's the reason why we put this SIGA, the Senior Information Guidance Advocacy. And I really appreciate you guys participating in this program of ours, And
Yes.
What is that? What's your company? What's your company's name?
Our company name is ECOS Medicare Solutions. That's ECOS Medicare Solutions. Prior to this, I'm a gerontologist by trade, so I studied the lifespan of aging in our senior population. But ECO stood for Elder Care One Source, so I kind of broke it down to an acronym that sounded kind of nice, and I liked it, as a logo type thing for our Medicare company. So if you want to go to our website, it's ecosmedicaresolutions.com. And we're obviously local right here in Las Vegas. Many of our agents are licensed across the country. One of our agents is even licensed in all 50 states. All right. So we can take care of people right here locally and across the whole country.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for that. And one more thing. If I would like to become a Medicare specialist, do I need to be licensed?
Yes. So we're called independent insurance agents. So we're not allowed to call ourselves Medicare experts, Medicare consultants, Medicare anything. Medicare doesn't like that.
I see.
Okay. So we're insurance specialists with a license and certified to sell Medicare. So first of all, you need at least your health license at the very minimum, and you study for it, you take the test with the state, you pass it. That's okay, all wonderful, and pay all the state fees, which isn't much, so don't worry about that. That's the minor part. Passing the test isn't too difficult, right, ladies?
Yeah.
No. All right.
It took them a while.
All right. So, then we come to the certification part. The certification part is, if you can pull up slide 3, it kind of explains our certification. Every year, we got to certify with what's called AHIP. That's the national certification for Medicare. If we don't have that certification, we can't say the word Medicare, basically. Okay. So, it's very important, and ladies can tell you how stressful it is to take that test, because they're very serious when it comes to senior citizens. Being a protected class, there's no room for nothing. So not only do we have to take that AHIP test every year, we also have to certify with every single one of the carriers, because not everything. There's things that change every year. There's laws that Congress change, the president changes things. Medicare changes things, the companies change things. So there's a lot of new stuff coming to the market this year. So I highly recommend that if you don't talk to your agent or talk to an agent, or you're scared of the agent, you better talk to an agent this year. You're going to be missing out on some good stuff. Okay, that's all. Just a plug. Little birdies talking in our ears about things. Like I said, we can't talk about it first, but. But here's the deal. If you want to become an agent, we're always looking for people who want to go out and do this. It's kind of a mission. There's a lot of seniors out there that don't get the education that they need.
That's true.
And obviously we have the majority of our agents are Filipino, so we're really working with the Filipino community very, very intently.
Mm-hmm.
And we would love to, anybody who wants to work with it. There's million seniors in town, so there's plenty to go around and plenty of work to do and we can't touch them all, so we need help. I'd love to talk to anybody interested. You can call me, you can call either one of the Jeanettes, and we'll sit down with you and talk about how the business works. It's
Yeah.
So are you limited just to seniors only, or do you offer medical for every age?
Okay, so yes, so we do. So on the health side of things, so we've just been talking about Medicare the whole time. So yes, we do offer the Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act type plans. We have private health insurance. We have dental plans. Dental is a tough thing for seniors or anybody. So.
And say, like, for instance, I just signed up because I got demoted at my job from full-time to part-time, so I lost all my benefits.
Right.
And I had an awesome medical benefit before, but unfortunately I'm not full-time there anymore. So is it possible if you can find me something close to what I had before, or
it's possible. We'd have to look and see what you had, and then we would between the different, private healthcare plans versus the Affordable Care Act. And actually, the Jeanettes are more well versed than I am on the private and Obamacare side of things, and they'd be happy to talk to anyone about that. But,
awesome.
Yeah. So other items on the healthcare side is short-term health, cancer plans. It's just kind of unlimited. I like the short-term healthcare one. We always hear about long-term care, which we offer that. So if you ever want to talk about long-term care, we can talk about that. But the short-term care things is maybe you'd like your recovery to happen in your home. All right. So if you do like that, then we have plans that are very, 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 very affordable, and you can get into, and you can have the nurse or the speech pathologist, or maybe you just need a home caregiver to come in and take care of you for a couple of weeks while you get things together, help you with transferring, dressing, some of the daily activities of daily living, ADL. So we have a lot of options out there for people, and we want to make sure they're taken care of. But with that long-term care thing, so one of the things with Medicare, sometimes we get, if I'm going too long, but when we're in the meetings, a lot of our clients will ask us questions maybe on the life side of life insurance or annuity or long-term care. Those are insurance products, and we can't, it's called cross-selling. We're not allowed to cross-sell those products while we're in a Medicare meeting. We got to wait 72 hours by law before we can do that. Sometimes people get a little offended by that, but we don't want to, this is our business. So we're more than happy to sit down and talk to you about life insurance, annuities with your 401ks and rollovers or IRAs, and your long-term care needs. But it can't be at the same day as your Medicare appointment. Okay.
Yes.
That's
Gotcha.
a big no-no. Okay. And we
Right.
Okay, Darren, relative to the senior benefits,
yes.
let me ask you this. What is this? Sometimes I hear a lot about survivor's benefit or spousal benefits. What are those?
All right. So if I understand what you're asking, it's the thing. It has to do with your Social Security. Am I correct? Is that where you wanted to go with this?
Yes, because
right.
So
yeah. So like sometimes I get asked this, and it's a military person. It has to do with something totally different. But this, for everybody else, the survivor benefits in Social Security. So let's say your spouse passed away sometime before age 62, okay, and before you turn age. Well, first of all, let's say you're healthy. Your spouse passes away, at we'll just say he's passed away at 62. We'll just say it's a him, and so the wife will get an opportunity to take the husband's Social Security at age 60, possibly. Okay, so there's one other option for that. If the spouse that's living is disabled, okay, and again, if it's a she could take her spousal benefits at age 50. Okay, this is something probably we can talk to you about, but we have to apply to it through Social Security, and some of our agents are informed that they can do it, and it's something that we train on and trying to get everybody up to speed on that survivor benefit thing. But it's very important. So because if that husband's Social Security, and hopefully I'm saying this right, say they take it at age 60 and they're getting whatever their husband would have got, and then they turn their full retirement age, and we'll just pretend that everybody's full retirement age is 60, 65, but for all of us, we know, most of us, our full retirement age is 66 and 3 months, or 67, mine's 67. All right. So if they get to age 65 at their full retirement age and their Social Security is more than their spouse's now, they can take their own without having any penalty against theirs. I know Jeanette's a tax lady. Jeanette Johnson's a tax lady. She's shaking her head. I'm right on. Okay.
Okay. All right.
And so it's very important. A lot of people don't understand that. So I've helped out quite a few people with the spousal benefits. We come in. Oh, my husband passed away. Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that. I don't want to lose my spouse. But we need to be aware that these benefits are out there and afforded to us. Okay.
Okay.
It's a great thing for an unhappy thing that. So.
Yeah, thank you for that, Sharon. And I'd like to turn to Janet Thomas.
Yeah, she's been
Janet,
waiting.
This lady, I meet her at a meeting, and it's kind of interesting that about this lady. Janet, can you describe yourself, because the things that you told me about what you do interest me. That's why I'd like to hear more from you, please.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Jeanette Thomas, and I've been doing this with Darren's company for the last 2 years. We're really very excited that we're doing this together. We have the same goal is to help our senior understand Medicare and their benefits. But my background is in the medical field. So what I do actually and what we all do is just like SIGA means SIGA Information Guidance Advocacy. I like the fact that we disseminate information through education. And what we do, our team is very high on education. And when we are at the seafood, well, seafood is our place of meeting a lot of Filipinos. I'm Filipina too, and I speak Tagalog, Ilocano, and Kapampangan. So I'm diverse, so I could speak with anybody, and it's really comfortable to be there and to just educate the seniors that come up on our table. So uh, uh, through education, we are able to educate them about Medicare, and not only that, we help them, and not only we help enroll them, we also do a lot of things after we enroll them. We don't stop there. Okay, we
Okay.
make sure they take advantage of all the benefits they have on their plan. We make sure they are healthy. This COVID time, we did a lot for them. We did not stop helping them. So that's a nice thing about what we do in this business. We're very passionate about what we do. We love what we do. We love the people we work with. We love SIGA, and we're gonna move forward.
Yeah,
We're
and
excited. We've been with all our webinars every day,
yeah,
learning the products, learning to be ethical, learning to be everything we want to
and and
do.
and,
So
and
we're excited.
a quick one, Janet. What do you do with your clients as far as their doctors is concerned? Do
Oh,
you take care of them? Do you take
language.
care of them after you sign them, or I mean, do you take care uh, of their benefits, like going to the doctor, their medical needs? Do you take care of them after you sign them as your
Yes,
client?
we do so much for them. I mean, I do so much for them. I make sure they go to their appointment after they enroll. I call them to make sure they get their injections, they do their preventative services. I make sure they order their medication. And they like that. Seniors like that. Seniors like the fact that we take care of them, not only during enrollment, but also about the patient care. We are like the
Okay.
extensions of the doctors' clinics, the practices. We are their extension. You know, so that we better take care of our patients. I mean,
Yeah, because
clients or members.
that's one of the advocacy of SIGA. You know, that be sure that the seniors are taken care of. You know, from the time that they get their benefits and all that. And that's why we are so conscious about about senior, because myself and my contemporary, they're the beautiful lady Lonnie Andal. Uh,
Not a senior.
they say we are both seniors, and we are the beneficiary of this Medicare thing and all that. That's why we brought you in so that you can enlighten us more, even the listeners and the televiewers. And I would like on this opportunity, I'd like to take this opportunity to, of course, thank our partner, Seafood City. They are our integral partner with regards to this mission that we have, the initiative that we have with regards to senior. So I really thank you so much, Janet. And I mean, by the way, let me have Janet on the line if he can talk a little
Jan-
bit.
Janet
Just a quick
Johnson.
one. Just a quick one.
Janet Johnson.
Yes,
Janet,
sir,
are you
I'm
there?
here.
Okay, Janet. Yes. Yes. Yeah, introduce yourself. A quick one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My name is Jeanette Johnson, and I am also Filipino Ilocano.
Okay.
My last name is just Johnson because I'm married to
Johnson.
US, America. So that's how I am here in America right now. Well, thank you for giving us the opportunity to explore and reach to our seniors, especially because we, as Darren said earlier, we cannot reach them by doing just one-on-one or meeting on places. But with this platform that we're doing right now, I believe those listening, even if they're not seniors yet, they will um, spread the word for it. So thank you so much. And thank you for accommodating us, Gilbert and
Thank you.
Lonnie. My first time to do Zoom with camera.
Oh, you love it. From now on,
Yeah, I've been doing this with senior, and I am partnering actually with Jeanette in Seafood City most of the time, and we are lucky enough to meet Mr. Benito, and we love what we do to extend the advocacy and mission of SIGA. And as
Thank
Jeanette
you.
said, we love to take care of seniors. So we are their extensions. Actually, most of the time, they call us first before calling to the provider.
Right.
Well,
They
you
do.
become
How
a
we-
friend. You become
That's
their
how we
friend.
take care of our clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that note, we're an extension. We work very closely with providers. There's a lot of providers out there, and whoever our clients like to work with, we'll work with their provider and make sure that they're getting educated on the right thing. And as Nancy mentioned, all the testing they need to do, whether it's the mammogram, the colonoscopies, things we don't like to do, and making sure that their medications are getting taken care of. All these things are so important, and we work with our clients all the time in how to get that paid for or the cost of it reduced. So we work with them and the doctors to make sure that they're getting the right amount. And with that said, October 15th is just around the corner. And that's the first day that we can start making changes for the first of the year. So October 15th through December 7th. All of us are already making appointments. So for those times. So if you want us early, or you want us in November, or you want to be the last person on December 7th, get that scheduled. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Darren.
Yeah. Thank you.
so much, Darren.
Thank you. And one last thing, I just would like to thank the very kind, most special person to us, the man behind the scene, the owner of PSLV Radio, Johan Saison. Okay, so thank you so much, Johan. What about a big
Johan.
hand for him?
Thank
he makes
you.
it all possible,
Right.
and of course with
Thank you.
with Gilbert.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you, Bernie. Thank you, Gilbert.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lonnie.
Thank you so much.
guys.
Welcome.
All right.
Stay safe,
So the contact,
stay safe, everyone.
Thank
the
you.
contact
Thank
info
you.
is
Thank you
as
again.
follows right now. It's on. It's right here. Darren, you can reach him at 702-277. It's right there. What is it? The phone number that we can reach you at.
702-277-4753.
All right.
Yeah. And for all of us, our numbers are on the website at ecosmedicaresolutions.com.
Awesome.
Click on Jeanette's name and it will say call now, and it will go right to her, or Jeanette Johnson.
There it is.
It'll go
Yeah.
right to her.
All righty.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, ecosmedicaresolutions.com.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. All right. It's been another
This is
segment
very
here.
important for us.
Yeah.
Very important, because as Bernie, he really doesn't need the SIGA right now. Neither do I, because we always tease each other that we're not seniors. So Bernie is just giving the information for when we do
Yes.
become seniors.
And
There
then
you
when
go.
we do have SIGA at all of the seafood cities here in Las Vegas, there's 4 seafood cities here in Las
Absolutely.
Vegas. We will disseminate. We're going to let everybody know where they're going to be. So if you want to go ahead and reach them. So yes,
We will be
I want to go
there.
ahead and thank you so much to our guest today. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Yeah, thank
And,
you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Gotcha.
All right.
So it's been another episode of Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guides radio show, episode 5, on your way. If you're missing it, if you're just tuning in now, don't forget, you can find it on Facebook right after this. Not only Facebook, but also the Amazon Fire TV. Go to for Philippines, LV for Las Vegas. And we also have Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, okay, and then also more, radio.com. And yes, download the app. Thank you so much, everybody. Once again, this is Gilbert
Thank you. Good
Glorioso
night.
with Bernie Benito and Lonnie Ann Dowell. Thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you.
The Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide is a vital tool and a helpful media outlet for business enterprises to connect and to reach out to Filipino American consumers. For more information, go to www.lasvegasfrg.com or you can email at lasvegasfrg@gmail.com.